Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday! How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a fantastic weekend, and for my American friends, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. We got stuffed. I roast a turkey, and then we have it for lunch, and then snack throughout the evening, and have pie for dinner, and then have leftovers for a day or two in various ways. And oh my goodness, fun times, lots of good food and wonderful memories. So hope that you had a wonderful weekend as well. All right, friends. Now, I kind of owe you this big time because I know that at some point I had mentioned the Christmas tree cakes, and that I was going to make a box for them, and I hadn't posted it yet, and so I'm so sorry about that. However, I have come to make amends twice over. So, in the conversation about the Christmas tree cakes, we discovered that there were two different sizes of cakes. Okay, so the one in this box is the traditional Christmas tree cake that we all know and love. However, I had seen a box that was a big box, right? And so Little Debbie has their standard boxes, and then they have big boxes, and normally the big box has 4 or so more cakes than the regular box, right? But in this case, the big box said it was $3.99, I think, for 5 cakes. No, $3.99 for 6 cakes. And the regular box was $2.99 for 5 cakes. And I wasn't really sure that I understood why it was $1 more for only 1 cake. And so I bought one of each and brought them home. And when I opened it up, I discovered that the cakes are bigger too. And let me tell you, this is a really big cake. This is like the equivalent of 2 cakes. So, you know, this is a shareable kind of cake, or a total dessert, not a snack. This is a big cake. So, anyway, today's video is going to show you how to create this fabulous little box to put your cakes in. Wonderful, decorative little gift box that, you know, would be a great stocking stuffer, or just a little treat to say hello or thank you. Or, you know, this one is super cute, and it says, "This one's on me, Merry Christmas." And you know what? That's a lot of fun. So this would make a great little office gift, wouldn't it? Everyone loves these Christmas tree cakes, don't they? They're a holiday staple. All right, so I'm not going to show you how to do the small one because I'm going to do the big one with you. I've already done the small one for the sample, as you can see here. However, today is the last Monday of the month. Yay! And that means that it is the Stampers Showcase Monday on my blog. So make sure that you look down in the description below. You'll find the link to today's blog post, where you'll be able to hop along the Stamper Showcase blog hop, and I'm going to have the template for both sizes of the gift box. Okay? Yay! So I hope that that's a good get out of jail free card for not having posted this sooner. So I'm not showing you how to do this one because this one is pretty much the exact same thing, just a little different measurements because of the bigger size. Okay, so it's the exact same concept for this one as it is for this one. All right, but both templates will be on my blog, and the link will be down below. Okay, good. All right, so let's get started, shall we? Let me get this out of the way. When you go to my blog, you're going to see a template, and like I said, you will actually see 2 templates. So you'll see both the standard size and the big size. Okay, and so I'll have both of those on my blog, and you'll be able to get the measurements and everything there. But let me set this off to the side. This is, oh, let's see if my, stop. There we go. I'm going to have to put my hand on here so that my camera will quit trying to focus. This is a 6 1/4 inch by 11 inch Whisper White cardstock, which I should have done green or red. Okay, 6 1/4 by 11 inch Whisper White cardstock. This is your base, and you're going to need your Simply Scored scoreboard. Okay, so let's get that out, and I'm just going to keep a hand on here so that it helps with the focus. Okay. Now the first thing that we're going to do, looking at the template, I'm going to score at 1 1/8 and then 5 1/8. So the difference between the standard cake and the big one is about 1/8 of an inch in thickness. And then of course it's a good 1.5 inches bigger width-wise. So let's score at 1 1/8 here. So 1 1/8 and 5 1/8 here. Okay, and then we're going to turn it to the long side, and we'll do 2 1/4. Make sure I've got my directions here. 2 1/4, 3 3/8. 7 1/2, and then 8 5/8. Okay. All right. So once we have that, we can get the scoreboard out of the way. Bring in your bone folder and burnish all of those lines. Okay, now they look like the 2 sides are the same measurements, but actually one is about 1/8 of an inch longer than the other. So what I'm talking about are these 2 outside sections. So you'll want to check to see which one is which, because the one that's 1/8 of an inch longer is going to be your lid flap. Okay, so it's this piece here, and it's basically laying like this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and untie this, even though I just tied it, and I will show you. Okay, so see, this is the lid, and then this is going to be the pocket. All right, so that's the way you're working it, just to get you oriented on the layout of the box here. Okay, and now you can see that we've got 4 squares, and so when you make boxes, you probably know that those squares are going to be tabs, and you need to miter them. So we'll just go ahead and cut and then miter our squares here. That way we can get rid of some of that bulk. There we go. And I'm just trying to get this done and keep an eye on my screen to make sure that my camera is not being silly. Okay, and I'm going to straighten this up a little bit because I kind of trimmed short just a little. So, okay, there we go. And then come back in and do the other side. Now, when you go to my blog and see the templates, you're also going to see the measurements for the Designer Series paper so that you can put the layers on here too. So you'll see everything on my blog today. Okay, get these corners mitered. All right, and once again, let me just straighten that up a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. All right, so now we have this, and it looks the same, and we'll see that this side is the 1/8 inch bigger side. And so now you're going to need designer series paper, and I have it on the template and also here. You'll need one piece that measures 3 7/8 inch by 2 1/8 of an inch, and that's going to go right there. Then you'll have 2 strips that are 3 7/8 inch by 1 inch, and those are going to go right here. One strip that is 3 7/8 by 2 1/8 of an inch, or if you can get that extra 1/16 of an inch, it actually should be 2 3/16 of an inch to accommodate the difference in the width. Now, if you can't get that 1/16 of an inch, those are kind of tricky sometimes depending on your trimmer. Don't worry about it. 2 1/8 will be fine, but if you can get the 1/16 of an inch, it will fit better. Okay, so whichever is okay. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and tack these down where they need to go, and then I'm going to put also some designer series paper. Whoops, hold on now. Also some designer series paper on the side flaps as well, because we want our box to really look pretty. So I've got some for all of the sides that show. Alright, so there's that one. I think we're still doing okay with the focus thing. White is such an awful paper to have to try to get into focus, so sorry about that. Okay, get this one in here. Very good. I'm using my Stampin' seal. Here we are. And when I get ready to assemble the box, I really like using tear and tape. And now we're not going to worry about this section in the center because that's the back of the box. And just like this one, I haven't done that one. You can if you want to, but we're not going to worry about it too much. Alright, so let me get the side pieces here. Now, just like with this one section, if you can get the 2 3/16 inch for the length, that's great. And if you can't, it's no big deal. But these ones are 1 inch by 2 3/16, and then these ones are 1 inch by 2 1/8. So we'll just put these on. There we go. And actually, you could do without that 1 inch strip as well if you wanted to. It's going to be the bottom of the box. When I was designing this one, I thought that it might open like a clamshell. But then I changed it so that it was more like the original size. So you can do either. Okay, now our 2 3/16 inch size versus the 2 1/8 inch size. The 2 1/8 inch size is the one that's going to be the pocket. Okay, so we're going to do just like this. We're going to sandwich those tabs in between the inside and the outside, just like that. And then we'll use these tabs inside of the lid like this. Okay, and then it'll come over and close just like that. All right, so let's go ahead and add some tear and tape to both of these sections here. So we'll just put a little here and here, and then here, and here. All right, and then again here, and here, and then here, and here. All right, and then on this side, we're going to fold the tabs in and put the tear and tape on the outside of the tabs. Okay, so on this side, we were going on the inside, and now here we're going on the outside, because those little tabs are going to be inside of the side flaps. There we go. Now it really doesn't matter which thing you do first. I'll go ahead and do the lid since that's where I'm at. I'm just going to peel off the tear and tape backing here. Here we go. Okay, so nice and straight, just like so. Here we go. This is such a cute little treat holder. It would make a great stocking stuffer, or like I said earlier, office gifts. Wouldn't this be nice? It's really inexpensive, super simple, and easy to make. Now we're just lining up our side flaps here. Oh, I didn't take the backing off that one. That would help. I thought I got it all. It doesn't stick if you don't take the backing off. Kind of the point of the backing. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right. Okay, now I want to be really careful about the sides. So I want to make sure that that tab lines up really nicely with the edge here and here. So I'm just going to give it a press when I get it where I want it, and then come over to this side and do the same thing. Now this is really important because if you don't square it up here, then your box is going to have troubles going together. Okay, so then you end up with something that looks like this. All right, now let's go ahead and press all that down and get our treat and put it in the box. Isn't that so cute? I love it. Okay, now let's dress this bad boy up. All right, I think I want to do it the same way as I did the little one. So let me bring that one back over here, and I'll go ahead and tie it back up again. This really was a cute little treat holder and so much fun. Okay, so tie a little bow here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so now all we're going to do is take some of that real red braided linen trim. Let me get that out of the way. And we'll wrap it around our box like so. And this is going to hold the treat holder closed. So as you can see, it doesn't have an actual closure that keeps it. Now you could put a little magnet underneath this DSP and a little magnet underneath this one and let it be a little clasp, and that would be super cute as well. But you don't need it. The ribbon is going to be functional for keeping it closed and super cute little embellishment. So let's just stick with what's working here. Okay, tying this bow that I should be a pro at this point. How many times have I tied it in this one video? All right, that just shows you how easy this ribbon is, or this trim is, to work with. It is super cute and lots of fun. Very easy to use as well. There we go. And now let me just trim it off there. That looks good. Okay, very nice. Now, I have already pre-stamped and die cut what I'm going to use for my little accent piece here. And that's coming from the Wishes and Wonder Stamp and Die Bundle. It's this Made in the North Pole Reindeer Air Freight stamps right there. And then the dies are so cute. The circle cuts the stamped image out perfectly, and then that beautiful layer is just fabulous, and it's got stitching around it and everything. It's great. And you know, you've got a die that cuts out the deer, plus there's one that you can just use on brown cardstock that's already done for you, and these sprigs are fabulous. And hello, that tag, so cute. Okay, enough about the stamps and die set. Let's get this done. Okay, friends, bring in your Stampin' Dimensionals. Just like so. Line it up in the middle like that. Okay, now what I did with this one is I put a Stampin' Dimensional underneath the trim, and then I put 2 on the tag itself, and then when I layered it together, it sandwiched the trim in there so that it wouldn't just come off and go random willy-nilly. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And so I'm just going to put 1 dimensional right there. And we'll go ahead and take the backing off. And then I'm going to put my other 2 dimensionals up here closer to the top. And then when I put it all together, just like that, we end up with a super cute little decorative piece. Isn't that great? And now your trim isn't going to disappear on you when you untie it, so you can totally tie and untie and retie again, as you can see. Alright, friends, there you have it. 2 different sizes for the standard and the big Christmas cookie cakes. I hope that you love these projects. Aren't they just adorable? And the best part is, they're both from an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So this one takes almost a whole sheet though. But, you know, it doesn't take a 12 by 12, which I was a little worried I might have to. So I love how it turned out. I hope that you do too. Make sure that you go down to the blog link in the description below. Hop around the Stamper Showcase blog hop. You know it's my favorite blog hop of the whole month. These designers are absolutely fantastic. They do an amazing job every single month, and this month's theme is all about the holidays. So I know you're going to find some amazing inspiration, lots of beautiful projects, and all sorts of wonderful things. Folks, thank you so much for hanging out with me today for another Make It Monday video. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you go down and click the subscribe button so that you don't miss any future videos. And while you're over on my blog, click the follow button so you'll get notifications when I post something new there too. All right, thank you all so much. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, bye for now.